That breaking news is in Yolo County. Explosions rocking the Esparto area as a fire ripped through a storage facility that was filled with professional grade fireworks. Live Copter 3 getting video of these explosions. In that one, you can see that ball of fire and then debris flying through the air. Live Copter 3 later captured an even larger explosion that destroyed a building. And tonight, the state fire marshal sent in an arson and bomb investigation team. Good evening, and thank you for joining us here for our News at 10. I'm Edie Lambert.
And I'm Curtis Ming. Here's what we know this hour. At 5:50 tonight, a huge explosion happened at the fireworks facility along County Road 23 and County Road 86A in Esparto. It sent debris flying. Now, at this point, we don't have any word of injuries.
That explosion rattled homes for miles, and as the fireworks were launched, they sparked a number of smaller fires in that area. This also triggered a 1-mile evacuation order surrounding that volatile facility. Right now, more than 2,200 PG&E customers are without power.
Live Copter 3 getting us this video just as the sun started setting. The area looks like a combat zone. Fires still burning, some fireworks still exploding hours after the initial blast rocked that area. And our crew in Live Copter reports spot fires burning 3 miles from the initial explosions.
We have live team coverage of that fire tonight, beginning with KCRA 3's Andres Valle. He was first at the scene. He weathered those big explosions, and he's been out there all night. So, Andres, how are things looking now?
Well, Edie, we're currently in the evacuation zone on County Road 23, and I can tell you right now, we can still hear those pops from those fireworks out there in the distance. We have fire crews blocking the road out there as well, and so we don't know how much longer these fireworks will continue to pop. But I'll show you a video from earlier when that big explosion did happen. Yeah, so that was our point of view, our vantage point when it happened. Me and my photographer, Alan, quickly ran behind our car to take cover. And you can see the massive plumes of black smoke fill the air. We even saw some of the aerial fireworks exploding in the sky. It was at this moment we knew we had to get out of this area. And that explosion actually did cause some damage to a house further down the road. Patrick Scribner says the explosion blew open his double doors and it loosened the plaster.
It blew out these French doors, broke all the casings all around it and the lath plaster. When we first got in, there was plaster all over the over the step here, but there was nothing broken up here, and I couldn't figure out. And then when I went to open the door, it all fell on the inside, and then I figured out what was going on. But that's really the only damage to the whole house.
And for perspective, his home is about 2.5 miles away from the facility. We're about 2 miles away from the actual facility. We can still hear those fireworks going off tonight here at 10 o'clock. And fire crews are still blocking off the roadway, so they're preventing people from going anywhere near that facility. But I want to show you this area right here. This is a spot fire that we've been showing you all afternoon that was caused by one of those aerial fireworks. It's still burning this pile of hay. We've seen fire crews kind of monitor this spot fire, but I think for right now they're going to let this pile of hay burn off. So that is something that they'll be watching throughout the rest of the evening, since they're not allowed to go into the facility that's right behind me out there because of the hazardous explosive devices that are inside. So we don't know exactly how much longer these fireworks will be going off, but again, we'll be out here monitoring the situation for as long as we can and providing you those updates. Reporting live here in Yolo County, Andres Valle, KCRA 3 News.
All right, thank you. And KCRA 3 was the only station live over this fire as it unfolded.
So we've combined some of that video from the air with sound from the ground from those exact moments to give you a real feel for the intensity of that scene. At around 6:20, Live Copter 3 first arrived at the scene. This was about a half hour after the initial explosion, and you could see how far the debris was thrown. This fire creating a cloud of smoke that could be seen for miles. We also spotted a lot of fireworks shooting off in the burn zone, launching and exploding. And then at around 6:41, a large explosion rocked the scene as the fire reached a new section of fireworks. That blast put up a new plume of smoke. And about 20 minutes later, we saw the fire getting into the largest still intact building. Moments later, flames were shooting from one end and smoke begins pouring out when another even larger blast, this one creating a huge ball of fire and sending more debris flying. Hours after the initial explosion, we could still see some smaller fireworks igniting and the fires still burning.
And you can imagine the reasons why we had an evacuation zone a mile around this. And some evacuations have been lifted, but some are still in place. For more, we go to KCRA 3's Catalina Estrada.
Yeah, so earlier today we saw dozens of people, families evacuating this area. As of now, they haven't been allowed back in. We asked CAL FIRE if anyone was going to be allowed to come back in anytime soon. They say they still don't know. So right now, so you get an idea, we're at the parking lot of the Dollar General off 86A Road and Highway 16 here in Esparto. You can see right behind me the amount of law enforcement agencies that are out here tonight still working. They say they have now been able to contain the spot fires that were lit after that warehouse fire. All of them have been contained. They say they total 80 acres, but they still are maintaining a perimeter around that warehouse where we saw those explosions, and that those are still happening right now. You can see the amount of agencies that are out here. We talked about that earlier. We saw the City of Davis Fire Department. We also see the Yolo County Sheriff's Office, the Woodland Police Department, also the Fire Department. So a lot of resources being put into this situation here right now. Another thing is we have seen people starting to gather here saying that they know some of the people that worked at that warehouse and they haven't heard from them. However, we didn't hear from CAL FIRE about any injuries or anything of that nature, but we did ask them where they stand as of now with this investigation. Take a listen.
We were able to mitigate and contain the surrounding spot fires, and currently we have crews maintaining a safe perimeter around the area.
We're not investigating anything criminal at this time. It's very preliminary on what we have going on at this time. It's a very active scene still. I can tell you that we have our drones in the area still assessing of just the damage and what's going on. So that's why we can't provide too much info. We just don't have too much to give at this time.
They say the state fire marshals are in charge of this investigation and that we'll get more in the coming days. Multiple buildings were damaged, but they say it's going to be a long night out here. The roads are still blocked as they continue this investigation. We're going to stay here on scene and, of course, bring you the latest. Live in Esparto, Carolina Estrada, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, and the big question tonight, we still don't know if anybody was on that property when these explosions happened.
Hopefully not.
So, all right, Catalina, thank you. And tonight, Governor Gavin Newsom reacting to the explosion, posting to social media. CAL FIRE and Cal OES have deployed air and ground resources. The state fire marshal has sent an arson and bomb investigation team and stands ready to provide additional support as needed.
Let's bring in meteorologist Heather Waldman for a look at the scope of the fire with the fireworks launched into dry surrounding areas.
Yeah, and of course, spot fire is not at all unusual when it comes to vegetation fires, but spot fires with live fireworks, yeah, that's something that we haven't seen. So this is CAL FIRE's incident map. They have named this the Oakdale fire, but again, this is all concerning the fire and the explosions that began at the fireworks facility. So that facility is here. Everything that you see shaded in red, that's the evacuation order that's still in effect. Everything shaded in yellow with a red border, well, that was area that had burned. So you can see the fields adjacent to the fireworks facility. Another spot fire here, about 1 county block over. This is that spot fire. Remember, we were talking about one that started like 2 to 3 miles away from the initial scene. Yeah, that was where some fireworks likely started. That other spot fire, CAL FIRE saying that this fire in total has burned about 78 acres. Weather conditions at the time, about 6 o'clock this evening. It was hot, temperatures in the mid to upper 90s. Little bit of a breeze, winds coming from the west and southwest, gusting to 18 miles per hour. But this was more about what was burning, not necessarily how the weather was impacting it. Fortunately, the weather didn't necessarily make it all the worse. But you can see here on satellite imagery, that's the smoke from that explosion. National Weather Service radar also picking up that smoke plume. You can see it there as it's detecting those smoke particles. There's just enough of a breeze that we're not seeing any concentrated air quality issues, but of course, fireworks contain heavy metals. That is certainly something that'll be part of the investigation as well. Back to you.
And also the cleanup. Thank you, Heather. Earlier tonight, an expert in fireworks accidents joined us with his analysis. Richard Meyer talked about the type of fireworks that were likely contained in this facility and how long it could take until the fire is fully controlled.
For each one of these charges, that it is each one is basically a bomb. So yeah, is how long could it go on? You know, an explosion of one could scatter a bunch of shells all over the place. And then, you know, if it sets the grass on fire, for instance, you could have a grass fire that burns over towards shells that haven't had the fuses lit yet. So, I mean, this could potentially go on for hours, maybe even days if they have trouble getting the fire under control.
So you can understand why the firefighters are keeping their distance and using a drone at this point. And we want to give you a perspective of damage from tonight's explosions. First, let's show you a satellite image of the property. This was before the explosion, obviously. And on the left of this property, you could see 2 homes and a pool. And we counted about a dozen other buildings on this property, which is surrounded by ag land. Now let's show you a side-by-side with an image about 2 hours later. After watching explosion after explosion, we know many of those buildings on this property and in the containers had fireworks inside. Now we have video from Livecopter 3 just before 8 o'clock tonight. The entire property is mostly leveled. We did pull records showing a professional fireworks company has links to this address. It's a company called Devastating Pyrotechnics, which according to its website shows they have more than 30 years experience with professional shows across the Bay Area and California. Now at this point, we have not confirmed they were in fact involved, but we have contacted the company and its leadership, and we have not heard back at this point. According to a news release from the city of Marysville, this company was handling the Yuba Sutter fireworks show scheduled for the 4th of July at Riverfront Park. We have not heard if that event is still happening.
And we did mention the explosion has also knocked out power to parts of that area. This is a look at the PG&E outage map. About 2,200 customers still without power. The section to the lower right is Esparto, and then as you can see, the outages extend north and northwest. Power is expected to be restored by 1:15 tomorrow morning. There's also a smaller outage west of Woodland, about 450 customers without power there. It's not known at this point if that one is connected to the major explosion in Esparto. We have more coverage of this fire on our website, KCRA.com, and on the KCRA 3 app. You'll find information from our crews on the ground and in the air.